We are at National Park number 8, Arthur's Pass in New Zealand. This is going to be our last New Zealand National Park. As you know, we're on a mission to visit 100 national parks in the next 4 years before Roy turns 60, and all while we're working full-time at non-remote jobs. So this is National Park number 8, so we're very excited to check it out. And we're here on a tour from our cruise ship, so we don't have as much time as we necessarily would like to have, but we're gonna get everything we can out of it. So we paid $492 for the both of us to take this 8-hour shore excursion with Shore Excursions Group to Arthur's Pass National Park. Was it worth the high price tag?
We're at Arthur's Pass in New Zealand. Arthur's Pass National Park, New Zealand. And it's supposed to be the Braided Rivers. That's right, Braided Rivers, but there's not enough water to make the rivers look like they're braiding together. Apparently they come from multiple sources. It's been pretty dry here, so you get this little bit of a stream, but nothing like they usually have. Because if you look out here, you can tell it's a big river basin and lots of water usually.
If there had been adequate water when we were there, the Braided Rivers would look a little bit more like this. Ever since we arrived in New Zealand, we had been searching high and low for the cheeky Kia, an Alpine Parrot. And after almost 3 weeks of searching, we finally saw one at Arthur's Pass Village. We're searching for them the whole time.
Yeah, we didn't see them up on Kinnan Pass when we were on the Bloopers track, but we're seeing one here underneath the car having some lunch. And they're one of their national birds, a big parrot. I think they're akin to our black bear in the States because apparently they break into your car, they tear it apart, they can look for snacks. So yes, they are the black bear of New Zealand. Beautiful, because it's New Zealand and it's just a pretty place. So, pretty cool.
Castle Hill is actually a part of Arthur's Pass National Park, and it would have been really nice if our tour guide would have mentioned that. So we've got to stop off at a place called Castle Hill, which has these huge boulders that we're walking up to right now.
Apparently it's a location for some Lord of the Rings, and then...
Really? It is? Are you making that up?
No, but I'm making that part up, yes. No, it was actually, took the Google photo search, and it's actually from one of the Narnia books. Oh. They filmed some of the scenes from that. I never watched it, so I couldn't tell you.
We stopped at and spent a very considerable amount of time at a high country sheep farm where we were immersed into New Zealand's farm culture.
Above sea level. The winters here can be quite cold. We can get snow on the ground here up to 6 times during winter. It doesn't create too much problem.
It was really neat to watch the sheepdog and the farmer work together in harmony. Toby was the name of the sheepdog, and when the farmer Peter introduced us to him, he ran through the crowd of us smiling, and it was almost like he was giving everybody a high five. He was a really cool dog. Next, we got a lesson in sheep shearing and how they process the wool. Wait, was that it? So we are returned from our shore excursion with Shore Excursions Group to Arthur's Pass, and it was kind of a disappointment.
Yes, it was a disappointment. It was sad because we only got like 5 minutes to stop and take a picture like the sign, like Arthur's Pass National Park. Okay. And, go have lunch for a half hour, and then it was a solid 2-hour ride, like back, like no stopsies. So.
And we were gone for the entire day.
Yes.
Like, we left the ship the minute we could get off, and we were the last ones back on the boat that day.
The last shuttle back to the boat.
So it was frustrating, and I knew we were going to be spending a lot of time in the car. However, because it is like halfway across the island of New Zealand. So, however, we did stop at the sheep place, and I don't know if they were like getting a cut of what we bought at the sheep place or what was going on. But we spent like way too much time there, like probably an hour and a half.
Right.
It was really interesting, and don't get me wrong, we enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not the point of the reason why we went. We went to see Arthur's Pass, and we barely got to see Arthur's Pass. We didn't get to take a hike there. We didn't have enough time. So I'm rambling on here for a minute, but what I'm trying to say is there was an option to take a hike at Arthur's Pass Village that went to a waterfall, and there were some members of the group that wanted to stop for longer at Castle Hill. So we missed out on the waterfall hike, which caused a lot of grumbling from several other members of our group. I was scared to rent a car and drive on our own because, like I said before, we're driving on the wrong side of the car, on the wrong side of the road for us Americans. So there's a lot of complaining here, but what I'm really trying to say is that we could have rented a car and paid for the gas to drive there for around $150 total, and we were charged $492 for this excursion, almost 3 times more than what we could have spent had we done it on our own, and we could have enjoyed ourselves more doing the things that we wanted to do ourselves.
So if you're adventurous enough and able to, not everybody on these cruises are able to go and do things, but I think we found the most benefit or the most enjoyable times we've had was just get off the boat and go explore.
Yeah,
so
we've learned that 100% on this cruise. So I would strongly encourage you to explore more on your own. And that's what we will definitely do in the future. And if it's something like Arthur's Pass where we need to drive to it, I would definitely, we'll just rent a car and do it.
Yeah, I think so.
But anyway, all in all, we did enjoy Arthur's Pass. The little we saw of it, it is a national park. We're checking in the box.
It is a checkbox.
We're on a mission to see 100 national parks in the next 4 years before Roy turns 60. That Arthur's Pass was number 8. And all of this while we're working full-time at non-remote jobs. So follow along on our journey. Thanks for watching.
Okay, thanks for watching.
Have you had a disappointing shore excursion? If so, please let us know in the comments.
Remember, get out there and go see it. Okay, here we are. National Park number 8. Arthur's
Try
Pass.
something else besides here we are. Never mind. I'll cut it out. We're at... No. Okay. We are going to be on a tour. We got here. Sorry. Arthur's Pass.
Arthur's Pass, sorry. Arthur's Pass, and move on, have
Say
some
that
lunch.
part again. Stop, take a picture with the sign.
So, you know, it was sad because all we could do is like 5 minutes to stop, take a picture of the sign for the Arthur's. Cut. Take a picture with the.
No, say the whole sentence, sorry, because this is important for editing.
Okay.
It was sad because.
It was sad because we only got a chance to cut McKinnon Pass? Arthur's Pass. Damn it, there's too much stuff going on here. Big parrot waiting to come down right there. You just missed it. Oh, that was awesome.
I was wanting you to talk about the Kia.
The car or the bird?
Number 8 out of 100, so only 88 more to go before Roy turns 60, all while working full-time jobs.
92 to go. Math. Let's try math.
Sorry. Okay.